Hi, it's Wednesday, March 19th, 2014. I'm Jeremy Shea, the producer of Gavel, Alaska. We had a few technical issues mess up our archiving of the big Senate floor debate on the gas pipeline bill yesterday. We're working on getting that backfilled and fixed. Had a lot of requests for different pieces of that today. We also had several requests to fix our coverage of the public testimony in House Finance yesterday evening on the governor's education package. So we're also working on that. Should be turned around by tomorrow. Let's get to the rundown for Thursday, March 20th, day 59 of the session. In the morning, we're following House Finance at 8:30. They've got two resolutions attempting to amend the state constitution. HJR 18 by Chugiak Republican Representative Bill Stoltz. This is the one that would, if voters approved, change the Attorney General position from a gubernatorial appointee into an elected position. The Attorney General is the head of the State Department of Law, which runs state prosecutors in criminal cases, plus a civil division that deals with a lot of different issues. It seems like we're always hearing about state lawsuits stemming from oil and gas issues, natural gas issues, mining issues, or federal overreach of this or that. The other constitutional amendment measure that House Finance is looking at is HJR 33, the Judicial Council one. This one is being carried by Representative Wes Keller, a Wasilla Republican. It's been very controversial. Some of the opponents, Democratic opponents, have likened it to a court packing measure. If the legislature passes this and voters approve, the membership makeup of the Judicial Council would change so that non-lawyers would outweigh the lawyers on the council. The Judicial Council is responsible for weighing in on who gets to be a state judge and who doesn't. So this, by extension, could have pretty dramatic effects on the judiciary. At 9 a.m. and again in the afternoon at 1:30 p.m., the Senate Finance Committee is taking public testimony on the operating budget. There's a little article in the free Gavel Alaska guide for the iPad that explains how to testify if you want to, along with a lot of other good stuff. The House is holding a floor session at 10:30. They've got two bills. Neither one's exciting on its calendar. And one's an extension of the Board of Examiners in Optometry, and the other one's an extension of the Board of Marital and Family Therapy. They're professional boards, and they all have sunset dates, and this just extends it. At 1 p.m., we may or may not be covering a House Military and Veterans Affairs Committee meeting on HB 313. This is by Representative Les Guerra. It's the one that lets criminal sentencing officials take combat-related post-traumatic stress disorder into account as a mitigating factor at sentencing. So the idea is if you're a military veteran with PTSD, you get in trouble with the law, the judge or jury can look and see that you've got combat-related PTSD and give you a lighter sentence. At 3:30, House Health and Social Services Committee is meeting their first hearing on Representative Paul Seaton's HB 356. This bill deals with state and local public employees' retirement health care benefits. It does two things. It tries to insert language limiting healthcare cost inflation into laws governing what the Department of Administration does when it's buying healthcare for retirees. It's not an all-out requirement. The language is it's fairly squishy. It says, quote, to the greatest extent legally and reasonably practicable, the Department of Administration shall work to hold the escalation of healthcare costs to less than 2% annually, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The other thing HB 356 would do is create a new advisory committee on wellness that gives the Department of Administration advice on how to improve health and curb costs. I talked with Representative Seaton the other day about this bill. He was of the opinion there's a lot of room to save by helping retirees avoid things like adult onset diabetes and heart disease, and that's how they could hit that 2% goal, or fall below that 2% goal. Okay, that's our plan for Thursday. Thanks for watching. You can get in touch with me. That's it.